So, start by telling me you did, how long did you do in Santa Rita?
I only did a week, but it, yeah, that's a bad place.
Yeah, that's the worst county jail in the state. You know,
Yeah.
everybody does their parole violations there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
You
started
didn't
out
see
in
any of the
Alameda.
parolees going through?
What's that?
You didn't see any of the parolees going through?
No. I started out at Oakland City, and fucking the judge kept throwing me back and throwing me back, so that the last day, like Friday, they didn't want me there all weekend, so they just threw me on a bus, and 14 hours later, I was like, 50 miles farther in Santa Rita.
Trapped.
Yeah, it's a fucking, I've never seen a building
No
designed
bail.
just to move
You
people.
couldn't bail out?
No,
You had no bail.
no.
So, how did you feel when you were in jail?
Felt like I was in a fucking torture experiment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they keep you in these rooms, and they give you just enough money, just enough food so that you're not gonna, starve. So you're always hungry. And
You were in a group cell or a single
well,
cell? Or
no, I was in a group cell.
how many people? 12?
There were like 20 something,
20 something.
and they keep it just cold enough
And it was
that you're
Santa
never
Rita.
warm.
It
So
was
you're
Santa
always
Rita, so it was mostly, I'm guessing, mostly black.
primarily in my.
Mm-hmm.
They called them houses. In my house, it was mostly blacks.
Mhm.
Well, I guess 2/3 black.
Well, Santa Rita's in Oakland, so
Well, Alameda. It's not in
Alameda
Oakland.
County, but
Yeah.
Oakland, so it fits.
Yeah,
And you were only in a week.
thank God.
Had you ever, before you went into prison, had you ever thought about the prison experience? Have you ever thought about men in prison? Have you ever thought about the kind of sex that happens in prison?
Yeah, I have. I like the Dom sub play, but there is no way, shape, or form that I would ever, I think, want to have the kind of sex that would go on in prison. Violent rape is just, I don't think it would ever be something I could
Right.
engage in play-wise or otherwise. I think the reason you have two people on one is because you've got two orifices, and the last thing you want is for them to actually be talking or saying anything when you're fucking them.
Mm-hmm.
Because, a ball gag only goes so far. You stick your cock down their throat and they can't even make a noise.
Mm-hmm.
And they really shouldn't be saying anything.
Exactly. Why don't you show me